Hey, jumping on a few minutes early tonight over here on Facebook. Go live in a minute or two on Instagram. Just taking a few minutes to send energy out to this huge storm that's coming up the coast, out to New Orleans, Baton Rouge, all the way trekking it through Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee these next several days. And just sending energy out to everybody. Just let this storm lessen. Storms, the reflections of our own life right now, all the changes that we're going through, all the shifts of life, everything. It isn't an easy time. It really is not an easy time. We just have to ask that the waters cleanse, not destroy. People are safe. Let the winds blow away all that isn't needed, not destroy, not hurt. And just grounding some of that energy so it slows down. And just helping everybody all around, whether you're caught in that pattern of weather or not, just sending a few moments of energy out into the world. So wherever you are, if you can too, just send that energy out. Maybe you know someone down there, sending them love, light. I know many of my family's down there. Baton Rouge, many have evacuated. So just sending out these vibrations of sound, of love, of light out into the world, to those areas where the storm is tracking. Little prayer of protection for everybody in its path as it moves through Louisiana, trekking up the coast. Sending some protection out to Nashville. Friends up there got flooded out last week, just cleaning up. More is supposed to come. And just sending out to your spirit for all the storms that may be going on within you. Let them calm. Finding ways to tap in, using energy, working with the energy body, the spirit to help you work through. Process the energy, don't stuff it. Let those storms out, ground into the energy, calming, collecting, all those many elements. Let the elements balance, air, fire, earth, and water. All centered in with the spirit, sending prayers of protection out. Sending Reiki, streams of grace. Just taking a moment to center your own energy, whatever storms may be within you. And then expanding this energy out to anybody you may know as well. I'm just sending this out. May you all be surrounded with love and with light, with protection. Grounding the energy. Let it slow down, let it disperse. Protection for all of those in the harm, in the path, in the way of the storm. Just taking a nice deep breath. Yeah, all right. Welcome. Tarianne Hyman here. I'm going to go live over here on Instagram. Let everything catch up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Terry Ann Hyman here, my Empowered Spirit program where I come on live. We talk about what's going on in the cosmos and our own energy field. We align our energy and we draw some cards. A lot is going on in the cosmos, that is for sure. Starting out with just a big, huge shout out to Birmingham and the film festival. What a fun weekend we had. So many amazing films that really kind of just opened my mind to a lot of things that, as you're growing up, sometimes you may not always be aware of. But we are in a time where we really need to start looking at what the truth of who we are is and how we can really stand up to that consciousness, letting it begin within ourselves and letting it open up and spread out. Really, really, really. That's where we are cosmically and consciously. We really are. So let's see, where am I? I'm a little spaced out, I have to admit, from watching so many movies. But let's see, here we are. We're in the last quarter moon, which means we're releasing energy. So this week is really not a week to start any kind of major projects, but it's a time to let go. The new moon comes in next Monday. We'll talk about that next week on manifesting. But this is really a week to kind of look at the summer. We're going to be moving out of summer. Summer's got all that outward energy. Fall is going to start to bring our energy inward. So looking at what the summer was for you. All right. I know it's a very different summer for many people. I know I barely got in the water. I don't know. But what was it for you? What grew, what didn't? That's the work to do this week. And Virgo energy went into Virgo last week. Virgo energy is about grounding. It's earth element. So grounding, details, cleaning up, cleaning out, all of those things are really important to do this week. All right, as we start to move out of that energy, use the cosmic forces for your advantage. Use that Virgo energy. Virgo is also being of service. Good time to reach out and help another person, somebody else. It really is. That will help you feel good. It's also a time about boundaries, knowing your boundaries. All right, Virgo tends to want to help everybody. All right. But important to kind of be aligned with your energy, know what your boundaries are, know how important that is for you. Then that's going to allow you the space to work with others. All right? That's really kind of what the energy of Virgo is about. Now, as we move through this week, there is a lot of transits going on. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to get into all the different transits. I'm really not. But I am going to say we're at a time in humanity, as I was saying earlier. And right now, with where the sun is and the north and the south nodes, it is asking you to look at where you are. Are you living your purpose or are you living your comfort zone? Which is it? Let me know. Post below. Are you living in your comfort or your purpose? Sometimes that purpose means going out a little further, making changes, letting go of what you know is safety and opening up to a bigger part of who you are. And that's kind of where we are cosmically, collectively, in the bigger scheme of things. It's really important right now. There's so much transition going on, so much uncertainty going on. The only one that really knows what's going on is within you, and knowing that is important. So working with, I call the rites, the Reiki, intuition, tarot, EFT, stones and crystals, all of these things that can come together to help you go within, to help you tune in to what that guidance is. That's where your answers lie. What can you do to really get there for your own self? Those are the questions to look at this week, to align with that energy for you, to make some shifts and changes. On that to-do list that you're making, write down some of those things that you want to start see coming forward for you. All right, the new moon always comes back around, and it will, and then we'll be manifesting again. But this is a week of clearing out, letting go, kind of like we do in our gardens right at the end of summer. Generally at the end of summer, we're kind of tired of our gardens. Anybody like that? I know I could be like that. But we still need to work through those weeds, get them out, prepare for the next season that is ahead. And we're all in that place. All right, hey, Kat, I see you're from Australia, so you're not in the summer season, but you still are preparing for the next season ahead. And that's where we are right now. All right, sometimes it's seasonal changes. People have a little resistance. People have a little resistance to that energy of change. I find change to be good. I know sometimes I've resisted it, but I do like that refreshing energy of, okay, change, and also the energy of realignment, especially if you've kind of gotten off your path, gotten away from it. All right, Marissa, it's time for you to come online. My daughter's sending me a lot of texts. We're trying to figure out our Thanksgiving. San Diego, Kika, I see you're here, vacation. Marissa, come online. I need to text her. Anyway, got me off track here. But this is where we are right now in consciousness of trying to find out our truth, letting go of what no longer serves, getting out of those safe jobs that are creating that physical ailment. This week on the podcast, we talked about emotional health. We really did. We talked about not spiritually bypassing what you're feeling. Emotional health doesn't have to always mean that you are happy. It doesn't. It means that you process your energy, that you understand what you're feeling, that you open up to those emotions, sit with them, tap with them. I talked about tapping on the podcast this week, and that you process them and let them go. All right. I talk about it all the time. I'm a big crier. So letting those emotions out is really important. That's emotional health. And that's where we are right now as humanity right now. All right. We need to care for each other. We need to reach out. We need to feel what we're feeling. We can't just keep stuffing it down like it's not there. All right. That's really where we are cosmically as well. So the podcast this week is all about that. It's all about the emotional health. What is emotional health? What's the difference between emotional health and mental health? Many people confuse the two. All right. Check it out. A great podcast brought to you, sponsored by Ritual Shelter. Love these guys. I'm actually doing a new moon ritual. If you're in Birmingham, next Monday on the new moon at Ritual Shelter, we're going to be working with the tarot and crystals and manifesting for that new moon energy, which we'll talk about next week on working with that new moon. But come down to Ritual Shelter. We'll be doing that next week. All right. We also just have that idea right now of how can you ground your energy, make a change, make a shift, and stand true to who you are. So that's the question for the week for you to look at. And we'll look at the cards and see what comes up right now with that. We'll see what happens. But how can you make that change for yourself? And it doesn't have to be like this huge, big change. It can be one small step at a time. It really can, because that's how things add up. And it's kind of like your to-do list. Make that list of this step, this step, this step, this step. By the end of the season, you'll see a big, huge change. All right. We're going to be talking more and more about this shift coming as we move towards the end of the year. All right. One season at a time, though. That's where we'll stay. And right now it's the end of summer. All right. Virgo energy, ground. We start with the moon in Gemini right now. So that's that expansion, travel, both sides, duality. We do go into Cancer energy with the moon, middle of the week. So some of that emotional energy, letting go, process it out. Not a great time to start something new, but just keep working and letting go, weeding out. And then we'll move into the dark of the moon towards the end of the week into a new moon on Monday. All right, so let go this week. Let's just pull all that in together now, center our energy so that we can do that. So wherever you are, if you can, take a moment, close your eyes. I was on Facebook just earlier sending lots of prayers out to New Orleans, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Nashville, the whole track of the path. So just sending blessings out for everyone, safety, let that storm move on and move out and dissipate. So just present your energy right now, right into the heart, connecting with the greater spirit, source, creator, dropping into the heart. Know that you're known. Know that you are loved. Feel that energy as you call in all your spiritual helpers. Call them in for the week. The Reiki masters, the archangels, the crystal beings, calling in your own spirit guides. We ask that they work with us and through us to surround us and protect us as we open up to this week. Let us see what we need to see, hear what we need to hear, feel what we need to feel, and know all that we need to know, all for the highest good. Just taking a nice deep inhale as you feel that energy right into the heart. And just hold that vibration in your heart for a moment. Imprint that energy for you. Come back to it often. And just as you exhale, just start and tap right here. We do this on the podcast right here. Let go. All this anxiety, all this stress, all this uncertainty in the world, just let it go. Just accepting wherever you are right now, good, bad, or indifferent. This is how we grow. Take another deep inhale and just ask, let go, release. all of that stress, all of the anxiety, the overwhelm, the uncertainty in the world, the fear. And just allow your energy to begin grounding. Pull it in, call it in. When we call in our spirit, we call it in closer. And as you center your energy, just take a moment, honor your summer, all the many things that happened, that grew, that you allowed for. And we just honor the directions. We find the season of summer in the south, a new season coming of fall in the west, the north and the east, above us, below us, right into the very center, calling into your spirit. And just setting an intention for this week, one of release and letting go, clearing out what no longer serves, any of that chatter of the mind, the fear. Just let it go as you set your intention. And just see that intention for you. And as you do, notice how you feel. The more peace, calm, love. And just let that radiate out from your heart. Imagine just expanding from your heart all around you. Sending it out into the universe. Inhaling and exhaling. So when you find yourself in stress or trouble this week, come back into the heart. Right into the very center. In my classes, my energy classes I do with Cindy Dale, my apprenticing, learning more about energy, we talk about that 13th chakra. Not many people talk about a 13th chakra. Have you heard of that? It's also known as the God seed, that very center, that very core of who you are and that purity of your spirit, right in the very center. So when you feel that stress in the head, just drop into the heart. Breathe in and out. And as I go to look at the cards, working with the Empowered Spirit Tarot, the cards are out. The first card that comes up, it's interesting because we have all of the elements present in this clarity spread. The first one is the 5 of Fire. All right, this is definitely about change. Everything we've been talking about, change of seasons, change in the collective consciousness. And sometimes it can feel a little threatening. All right, look at all the crystals. They're up in the air. This is passion. This is desire. This is like that we were talking about, your purpose, your comfort zone. So sometimes we have to take a stand for ourselves, even when it's hard and challenging. But as you take a stand for what you believe in, all right, like for me, that's like believing in energy work, knowing it makes a difference. Energy matters. Even when people go, what is she talking about? I take a stand for it. Sometimes it's not comfortable, but shine your light. Don't let others bully you. Know that as you work through the change, you will find the harmony, because that's what comes next. 6 is harmony. 5 is change. So this is just like standing in that light, that energy I was talking about too, between the north and the south nodes, cosmically, between your comfort zone and your purpose. Take a breath and stand up as you come into your heart. That's the way to do it. Hey, Billy. 4 of Air is the next card that comes up. So the next 3 cards, we call them the way in which you're going to work towards that focus of like really standing up for what you believe in. So this is a card, 4s are about balance, but this is of the mental plane. This is like take a rest. Make sure you get your meditation time in. Yes, we need it. Look how she's laying there. There's a little struggle going on in the mind. All right, I know a lot of people right now are struggling with that. The mind is not stopping, it's not slowing. That's where meditation, that's where your breath, that's where your yoga comes in. All right, or your walk, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be yoga. But it's time to make sure that you do take time for you. Make sure you bring a time every single day to rest the mind. All right? Don't want to bug out on that one. Then we have another 5 coming forward. This is our water element. And again, this is about change. This is about a little bit of a struggle. So water is our emotional element. All right, so just checking in, like what is that emotional health for you? Are you honoring your feelings? All right, and it is okay because actually if you see, she is distressed. But look around her. Look at everything is moving there. There's like this beautiful, like just like this building or this castle, or like things are there. So we can't lose sight of the fact of our many blessings that we already have, Even when we do feel some of that emotional stress, we feel the stress, we feel the conflict, and then we allow it to just kind of dissipate out as we return to the heart energy. But take what you need to go through whatever emotional stress is coming up for you. Lots of times it could be related to that 5, that's standing in your power. If you take the rest, you'll feel better. Then we have the daughter of Earth. Here's our Earth energy, our Virgo energy. This is like somebody that's really grounded. She's fun. She's loving. She's got the color of the rainbows all around her. She's very creative. All right. And this is a great time to do something creative. Use your hands. Make something. All right. I know for me, I've actually gone back to making jewelry. Been loving it. Using your hands and using a way of creating and crafting can definitely help get out of the mental strain. So we have all of the elements here. 5 of fire, changing conflict, purpose, comfort zone, stand for who you are. 4 of air, rest, meditate. All right. Everything is always going to be going on out there. You're not going to miss anything by pulling in even just 20 minutes a day. Changing your heart, feel that emotional health. Feel those emotions. As you feel them, they will dissipate. You can move them out. And then be grateful for the opportunity to move them out, right? And then the daughter of air, ground with Mother Earth, ground with that Virgo energy, which will help you stand up more for who you are and that truth that resides within you. All right, take a breath. Let me know how that resonates with you. If you'd like a card, I'll be glad to draw you a card. Yeah, so again, a big shout out to Birmingham, the film festival here. We had so much fun watching movies. Really did. Saw one about Alvin Ailey's life. We saw one about Jackie Collins. Amazing. Jimmy Carter. I think to me that was the most amazing one all weekend. I had no idea. I was so oblivious, out of college, not paying attention to anything. Really amazing. Yeah. All right. Natalie from Long Island would love a card. Natalie from Long Island. Kiko, you want one too? All right, Natalie, you got the 10 of Earth. 10 of Earth is all about happiness. Things are coming into light, family, home, work. This is a really beautiful card, a really good opportunity to really take honor of what you have and know that things are coming to a completion. With completion, we have beginning. All right, this is a really beautiful card in the physical earth plane. Kika, how do you like your cards? Kika, you got the Emperor. All right, so this is about like really owning the work that you've done, really honoring who you are and all that you have been through. So life has not been easy. You've worked for a lot of many things, but have that wisdom. Sit in that chair and really, I would say even really be like, take some of that forward for you in terms of like your business and your work. Like you know what you're doing. You do. You know what you're doing. All right, Kat, here you go. Kat, did you get your cards yet? I heard Marissa in Canada got hers. Kat, you got the 10, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, this is like a great card. This is like good fortune coming your way. The wheel is always turning. We honor that. So just take a moment and go, okay, the Wheel of Fortune is coming my way. Do I need to gamble on something? Do I need to take a chance? The universe is supporting you. All right, really great. I love that. Look at the butterfly. Look at the Wheel of Fortune. How much fun is that? All right, I had a question earlier. So in the Facebook group, I'm answering this question for you. What is blocking you from looking for your job? All right, so the Ace of Water comes up. So this is a card that I would say for you this week that you actually take some time to bring self-care, self-love. Like really appreciate all of your many gifts, your many tools, your work, all that you've done before. Honor what you're looking for, and that's going to help bring in ways in which you can find that new job for you. I'm trying to find who that was that posted that. Let's see. Sandy, this is for you. Sandy, so you actually take some time this week to really renew that love within your own self. And as you do, the love that you have, even for what you're searching for, the work that you do, the service that you offer, go into your why, and that's going to help uncover more and more opportunities. All right? Definitely. All right, who did I miss? Kat, I got you. If I missed anybody, let me know. Brooke, it was so great to see you this weekend. Yes, Billy, it is fun learning about the tarot, and the cards are beautiful. All right, yes, thank you. I think they are too. I'm going to draw a card for you. Do you want a card? We got an Ace of Air for you, Billy. A brand new beginning. Didn't you just start school or something? This is a whole new, brand new mindset. Coming forward. Lots of potential coming forward. Love that. Love that. Love that. Let me know if that's right. Yeah. All right. Anybody I missed that would like a card? Let me know. So let's see. Going on Monday night here locally. Next Monday night is the New Moon Ritual. Have some announcements coming up about the Reiki Association you'll be hearing about and all that's happening with that going forward. Schedule an energy clearing session. So important as we transition out of the season. You know, one of the things I noticed in all the films this weekend was that so many times trauma is held in the body year after year after year, which affects our physical health, which affects the way in which we show up. Working with your energy, working with the energy field, we can help you get to that trauma without having to relive it, but get to the root of it and help you to move it through. So many amazing things happening with my clients as they're doing this work and working through that trauma. Really amazing. You don't have to hold on to your trauma. You really don't. Working with the energy is so important. All right. Love that. All right. Hey, Claire, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Energy work is huge. And if you've never had a session, give me a call. We can talk about it. You can find all the links in my Instagram. You can try a virtual session. If you're locally, come in person. You will be amazed at the difference it will make in clearing out. You don't have to carry all that stuff with you. Totally amazed. All right, check out the podcast this week, Energy Matters, about emotional health. Again, another reason to come in. Yes, it is so important to work with your energy body. All right, guys, it's going to be an interesting time out in the cosmos. Make sure you do the work of releasing out this week. We're working with that last quarter moon. New moon comes in on Monday. So as you release out, let go, darken the moon as you move towards the end of the week. Don't let yourself get too dark, but do process the emotions. Don't bypass them at all. It really does make a difference in the way in which you show up. Check out the podcast. Thanks for joining me. Let's just take a moment. So we go to close the energy. Presence your spirit. Gratitude for your spirit. Gratitude for the greater spirit. Come into the heart this week as you find yourself caught in that mental chatter. Drop into the heart. Let it radiate out. Thanks for joining me. To your spirit. Have a great week. Namaste. All right, you guys on Facebook, thank you for joining me for that prayer and peace for all those caught in the storm. Have a great week. Namaste.